Today is all about being brutally honest with myself. And I'm going to be honest with you. This week has been ridiculously unproductive. Hello, doodlebugs. It's the Friday Doodle Diary. And right now I'm doing the most work I've done all week. That's not true. Oh my goodness. It's kind of that post-journey hangover where I'm like, really? The real world? And then I'm looking around and finding all the things that need to be rearranged. I got a new little computer desk. My objective is to create a little editing suite in the next few months, something that's ergonomical because I tend to strain my shoulders when I edit, and just create a good environment for creation. I do feel like, though, these plans for creating the perfect creation hub, the perfect nest to paint or edit in, all this desire is just a really clever means of procrastinating on actually creating. So that's a problem. And I'm going to be honest about that. I've been doing these. Okay, well, first off, I was going through comments from last week's video. Thank you for all the lovely comments and the welcome backs and the will wishing. And let's see, big thing I saw. Yes, sketchbook was made in Europe. I am filming a sketchbook tour immediately after this video, so that will be available on Monday. I think I'm going to break it up into multiple parts, so I'll be able to spend time on some of the pages talking about them and where I was at when I drew them. It'll be like vacation pictures, but in sketchbook form. Let's see. Where did I scrolled up and then I lost that comment. Glad you enjoyed your up. Madrid, Paris, Barcelona. So lucky I get to travel. I am very lucky I got to travel. That was one of those opportunities that popped up. It's the scary, fun opportunity where you get the chance to do something. And it sounds scary, or your first instinct is, oh, wouldn't that be so cool? But and then you just have to cut it off before the butt. Cut it off before the butt. Because it would be so fun, then you can make it happen. Fortunately, I just gotten a job that enabled that to happen. Yeah, I guess there's physical limitations in the world, but it's kind of the weird thing. I don't know if I'm haunted or what, but I kind of feel like historically, well, there's been a lot of things I wanted to do and then didn't have the funds to do. But then there are things I wanted to do, like this travel situation, and a job magically appears. I don't know if anybody else experiences that. I don't know if this is paranoia. You know, like when you're thinking, another example, when I was in school, I would like sit at home and think about The Simpsons because that was my favorite show. And an episode of The Simpsons would pop into my mind and I'd be thinking, oh yeah, I like that episode, and thinking of the quotes and the scenes. And then I'd go home and that was on TV. That was the episode that was on that day, the rerun. So maybe I'm haunted. Haunted's not the right word to describe that, but cursed. Maybe I'm cursed. Maybe I have a really lame superpower for predicting which reruns will be on TV without looking it up on a TV Guide magazine. Found the comment that I wanted to reference from last week. Kit Kat 1018 commented saying, hey, Mary Doodles, I'm a young artist who's very inspired by your creativity and your work. I love art, but I have a couple problems. One, I feel like I never have enough time. I'm always doing things such as homework, cleaning, Christmas decorating, etc. You got a Christmas decorating problem if you're always decorating for Christmas. It's okay now, but in January, that's going to be an issue. I never have time to improve my skills. Okay, problem number 2. When I do have time, I feel like I'm not good enough. I'm always comparing myself to other people like you. And I feel like I should do well the very first time I try something new. If you have any advice, that would be awesome. Sincerely, Sam. P.S. I think you should do more real-time videos. Thank you, Sam. Yes, I plan to do more real-time videos. Hopefully of some of the ones I did in Europe too, because that might be cool. I was using very different materials. Not very different. I was using a travel watercolor kit. It was different enough. Your first issue, finding the time. And that's always the hardest thing, is to make that time and that commitment. And it's even harder when you feel like you're not good enough, or like me, your brain or your whatever just invents these much more important things, like rearranging the studio and acquiring furniture that doesn't quite fit right, but you're like, hey, that's progress. It's not. It's a matter of finding that discipline. I've been practicing doing morning pages as a journaling exercise. And the idea of that, I was introduced to it while I was in Barcelona. I was listening to a Nerdist podcast with Emily Kinney from The Walking Dead, and she was talking about morning pages, so I was looking it up. And basically the idea is you wake up, and the first thing you do is you sit down and you write 3 pages worth in your journal. And it doesn't have to be about anything. In fact, the less narrative, better. You just do stream of conscious, which has been really incredible because it's led me down paths I would not have gone, and thinking about memories or concepts, whatever. And then you can start reviewing it and seeing patterns in your life. And I'm finding one pattern is that I keep trying to rearrange things and investing my time in that, when really I should just be investing my time in doing more productive, creative things. So false productivity is a demon of mine that I'm trying to battle. So with sketching and drawing, you could do something like that, where you practice doing your morning sketches and maybe say, do 1 quick doodle, or do 3 pages first thing in the morning as soon as you get up. Maybe sit in your bed and sketch something in your room, or whatever. Set that goal for yourself and do it first thing in the morning. And it doesn't have to be good. And that's addressing part 2. Part of your goal should be make 3 terrible sketches a day. And if you have the word or the idea that it's going to be terrible, or that it's going to be practice and unfinished, then that can help alleviate the pressure of actually diving in. And it sounds like you understand that when you do something for the first time, you're not supposed to be good at it. You're not supposed to be an expert or an ingenue. You're not supposed to draw your sketchbook and some old art dealer suddenly notices and says, he's the one. He's the Neo. You don't want that. So you know this. And maybe it's a matter of reminding yourself. And here I am reminding you, like, you don't have to be good. And you're always going to look back on your work and cringe. That's just part of life. I do it all the time. I look at some of the videos I posted a few months ago. It's like, why did I think the world and the internet would want that? But I think that's just, that's that little thing in your head that's tricking you. And that's okay to have that thing in your head tricking you, that voice that's saying, yo, this isn't good enough. Ooh, why do you continue to try doing this? Or really, just start over. But instead of starting over, just stop. That voice exists, and that's great. And you can acknowledge it and say, I listen, I hear your voice, but go play with this block of wood right now. Now I'm going to go have real time with real me, because you're something else. I don't know. That was a little woo-woo rant. Yeah, so that's my advice of the day. Having an objective, that was the objective for the video, to answer a question. I've come up with a few video ideas for this channel that I want to implement now, because I'm really excited to, but I'm looking at my schedule thinking, maybe it's better if I just debut it in the new year, because I'm going to be going out of town a week from Monday, going to Connecticut for Christmas with Dante and his folks. So traveling and starting new videos, not a good combo. One idea though that I do want to do is a movie night, because I love movies and I love TV shows and I like to talk about them. So I think it'd be really cool to do a series where every week we pick a movie, we pick a show or something, and we watch it together, or we watch it and talk about it. I don't know if it would be like a live tweeting or periscoping or live Snapchat. as I'm watching it, but then I would definitely shoot a little reactionary video afterwards and discuss, and then get suggestions for future videos or movies. Part of it is I want to explore some older movies, some old classics, some of my favorites like Doctor Strangelove, and some Kurosawa movies now that Star Wars is coming out. I'll watch some of those. But then also explore new movies like Star Wars, which I'm gonna go see. I get to see that next week. Dante got us tickets, so I'll keep him around a little longer. He's earned it. Yeah, so if that sounds really cool, let's get some suggestions right now of where to begin. I'm thinking this is gonna be a long video, I can tell, because the camera shut itself off. It's like, I'm bored already. Weep, done. So Kurosawa, Star Wars, or Doctor Strangelove to begin, and then go from there. And I don't want to just limit it to movies, maybe TV shows too, when Game of Thrones comes back. Teehee. That's a thought. And then there's some other sketches and stuff that I want to get in touch with some friends and start shooting some things. Maybe bring back words. I don't know. My goal for 2016 is to make it a collaborative year. But I'm getting way ahead of myself, and I should probably finish up 2015 first. That's my problem. I get excited and I'm like, oh, this project's not done, but I want to move on to this project. And then the stress and the overwhelming. And then I rearranged the whole room. And then I put it back pretty much the way it had been. Guess what I did all week? Furniture. Anyway, I'm gonna let you get going, but thank you very much for watching Dear Doodlebugs. I look forward to your movie suggestions and ideas, and any questions, whatnot that you have in the comments below. Maybe for the end of the year, I'll do a big Q&A video as well. So you can, I'll do like an AMA for holiday AMA, birthday AMA, because my birthday's coming up too. So yeah, questions, also let's put those below. I'll start collecting them and maybe do a big epic Q&A, holiday Q&A coming up in December. That's how they say December in my cool circle of friends. Right, guys? You can't see them because you gotta be cool to see them. All right, yo, peace. Earl Grey. That's what I'm drinking. If that was one of your questions, I just answered it. Love you, bye-bye.